Hey, it's me, Mahogany, getting ready to make some soup or with some kale and kibosh squash. And let's see what other ingredients I will whip up today. First, I'm going to get my kibosh squash cooked. I'm starting out with some water and a couple pieces of butter. I'm gonna let the water come to a boil first before I add my kibosh squash. And you can put 2 tablespoons of salt or adjust the salt to your taste buds in the water to let it boil. Once it starts boiling, then I'll start adding my kibosh squash. Okay, so now that the water is boiling, I'm going to add my kibosh squash. What I did was I took a half of the squash and cubed them up, and I'm gonna just add them to my boiling water, and then cover that up and let it boil until it's very soft and start being very mushy, so that you can crush it into the water. Okay, the squash I've crushed them. I thought it was recording earlier, but obviously not, where I was crushing them up. But the squash is mostly cooked out. You want it to be cooked where it's soft enough for you to crush it in the liquid. I hope you guys can hear the music because I've turned it down very low, so I'm hoping you cannot hear it. I don't want any copyright infringement, so. But anyways, I'm gonna leave this for a couple more minutes to let it cook out some more before I add my other ingredients. But this is the squash. Just have it boiling in some water, salt, and a little butter. So let's let that sit for another couple minutes. So while this is boiling a little more, I am going to take some more buttersquash and I'm going to roast them to make another dish. I'm just gonna put them on the foil and rub some olive oil and salt and pepper over them and put them in the oven. Okay, so I'm getting ready to add my kale to the pot. All I'm doing is just taking a couple handfuls and adding it to the pot. I'm just gonna make sure it gets down in there like that. You can, if you're looking for do a bigger amount or larger amount, just make sure you increase your fluids and of course the ingredients. You double up on your ingredients. So about 2-3 handfuls of the kale, and I'm gonna let that simmer for a few minutes. Okay, I'm getting ready to add my coconut milk. I'm using about 8 ounces of coconut milk, unsweetened. So I've added my coconut milk. I'm just stirring this in. And then I'm gonna let it sit and cook for a few minutes. So now that this have been simmering for a little while, I'm gonna add some smoked paprika. You can use regular paprika, it's up to you. And again, if you watched my tortilla video or any other my other videos, I stated that I do not measure when I cook. It's just it's just something how growing up on the island, you learn how to cook without measuring. So you can add about 1 teaspoon of the paprika in and stir that in. Let me turn this down a little. And then I'm gonna let that simmer for about one to 2 more minutes and then turn the stove off. I'm ready to dish out the soup. It tastes so good and it smells so good. That paprika just took it to another level. So good. And here we go. I'm actually going to have it with my kale salad that I just made as well. I will be uploading this video as well for the salad. You can look for that. This is the finished product for the soup. And you can see my salad in the back there.